At the top, I'm disappointed with it. This one is actually a show form. It's a very different kind. I've actually seen a lot of cloths, anarchalies in this pattern, and I found this sharara with it at the bottom is to the bottom. Okay, it has a paper inside. This is the only sharara that I actually got from Myntra. I quite don't like it. This is not how they have added the picture. It's from the brand Waranga, and they quite didn't give it as the way it actually looked in the picture. It looked very flary in the picture, but here it looks, the cloth is too thin. This is actually very pricey than what I got in Amazon, but I quite don't like the color on the cloth. Like, even if you wear a padded bra, your nipples can pop up from this cloth. That's how thin this is, and I quite don't like the flare. There is no layer in this. Okay, let's check out down the quality of the top, and they have added with quality in the pant. Okay, the pant looks good. Maybe the trousers will be adding a little weight to the top, but I quite don't like the top. I'm not sure after wearing how this actually looks. I'm gonna take the top off, and let's just only focus on the pant. They really look good on the camera, but they are really thin on the cloth. This is the dupatta, and the dupatta is actually sewn to one side like this. It's making a look. That's a defect. They actually have these on the borders, and they became too lazy to actually cut this, and they sew all over, and they didn't give a good finish even on the borders as well. I don't like this product. I spent a lot of money on this one just to see this. I'm not happy with this. I'm also seeing some kind of defects here. What is this? Okay, I don't like the quality on this one because the stitch is not that good. This is dupatta on that. These are plastic kind of ones. They have this hanging border all over the bottom. They don't have it anywhere else. They are the only two edges. They are doing this hanging bottoms, but they actually sew the whole dupatta together, and they forgot to snip this off and didn't finish it completely. They didn't do a good finishing on the edge as well. If it rips on one end, it's like ripped all over. They became too lazy to do a good job on this one. Let's go back to the trousers on this. You can see it's only one layer. It's pretty thin. If I go stand before the sun, it literally shows my thighs and the number of hair follicle on my thighs. But I really like the flare. There's such a flare. This border, this striped border all over. The color is very nice. Pop color. It's like a designer piece, but it's quite common outside. I'm not sure how this will turn out. The trousers are really flary, but when it comes to the top, it's actually nothing. The top actually is pretty small. I'm not happy with the top on this one, but they did give small detailing. I really like this one. They're just like jawar. I just want to eat them. I love eating raw jawar. They also gave this cuff kind of detail with these buttons. I really like the buttons. They really have a good quality buttons here. The dress gets stuck on a nail, and you just move without knowing, or a wooden splinter gets in the cloth, it will tear for sure. It's that thin. I'm not happy with this product. They also had this kind of pattern on the bottom, a completely different one. So we are talking about sharara on this, and let's talk about the bottom because that's what we put on ourselves first. This came with an elastic, and it's from the brand Waranga. The bottom, the top, and also the chunni are from the brand Waranga. It's actually a palazzo pattern until the thigh, and the next is completely flary, and it has this border, this 4 lines of border, and a little thick border at the bottom to make it look like it's the end of the pant and to make it look grand. The sharara is really grand. At the top, I'm disappointed with it because the top is not grand at all. It's not given with enough layer, and I didn't expect the cloth to be like a rubbery latex kind of cloth. I could see this on street stores. They are also selling similar product in a different variant of cloth. This one is like a bubble gum, and if you are sweating all over, it'll stick like a chewing gum to you. I'm pretty sure on that. And they give this kind of these pearls touch in the neck and a v-neck pattern. It comes onto your waist, and it actually has a hook in the neck so that you can just unhook this while you're putting this on so that it could fit your head. Unhook this, and after you put it on, you can just hook took it like that. Simple as that. This also has this thick sleeve. They made a little thick on the sleeve and made little ruffles so that the sleeve could look a little flary or bulbous, something heavy. They also gave this buttons in the sleeve where you can also button it up. I prefer to keep it unbuttoned. If I button it, it's like too tight. I can't even pull that up. That's actually pulling with the sleeves. They also gave it with a dupatta. The dupatta has this kind of pattern all over it. This is the edge of the dupatta. One edge and the other edge. I'm not sure what they did. Is this the kind of the pattern that we have to form? Or what is this? They forgot to chop this off. I'm pretty sure they forgot to chop this off. They just stitched that border in a straight way, in a straight hem in one go. This one actually has a bad stitching, but it's still fine. Bad stitching doesn't mean it's loose and will tear off, but it still looks fine. But this one does grab attention from the dupatta, and I'm not gonna keep this dress as I didn't quite like the cloth. As I said, it's like a plasticky, rubbery, latexy cloth. I quite didn't like it, so I'm not gonna keep that.